So, you guys are back.
Shit, I was over
Everybody
here.
sit up.
Jeez.
Quit
No.
playing Dokkan.
Also,
I'm showing my feet. Hello.
And we're not on the stream. That's fine. That's fine for you
We're
too.
back.
Ain't nothing wrong with showing feet.
Hi. We just finished watching. Oh, welcome back.
To the X-Men in
We're
Review series show.
This is the X-Men review. We just finished watching.
X-Men Apocalypse.
Our second to last film.
Yeah, we've
One
cleared a
left.
lot of them in a short amount of time.
And we just found out Oscar Isaac is Apocalypse.
Yeah, Oscar
Spoiler.
Isaac, Poe Dameron, the best fighter in the
damn right.
sky.
Also, spoiler.
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 Spoiler, he's the best pilot in Star Wars Episode 7 and 8.
Yeah. So how do we do this, Levi?
So I want to start with the rundown of where we have everything ranked right now.
Yeah. Preface.
So in the last slot we have The Wolverine.
That one sucked.
I don't
Yeah.
know if I agree with
Number
that.
5 is X-Men, the first movie, which it's the 10-year anniversary of that movie.
Yeah.
Alright.
18-year anniversary, excuse me.
I was like, it had to be more than 10
Yeah, it's
years.
'cause it came out in
2000. Yeah.
Nice. Banjo Tooie
2003
also came
was
out.
like X2.
Yeah. I
Banjo
don't know. They're on our videos.
Banjo
Yeah, they
Tooie
came out.
also came out in 2000.
Episode
Good
4, X-Men: The Last Stand.
Final Fantasy 9 came out in 2000.
Number 3 is X2.
X2.
What came out with that one?
what year?
X2.
What year?
03.
It was close to Halo 2.
Maybe Kingdom Hearts.
All right, this is a bad precedent.
Number 2 is X-Men Origins, Wolverine.
Yeah.
And number 1 is X-Men First Class.
We liked First Class.
Yeah.
We
And-
like that new trilogy,
And the
honestly.
only reason X2 is as high on the list as it is because Nightcrawler's cool.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
he was in
everyone
this,
agrees that's like the best scene.
he
Yeah,
was
like
in this
most
movie
of
as
the
well.
movies.
And I think somebody has dethroned him for like the best scene.
Kingdom Hearts of
He like
2002.
Quicksilver or whatever.
I knew. It was
We'll talk
close.
about him. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. We'll get a placing at the end of the video
Yeah.
to show you guys where we feel X-Men Apocalypse is. For starters, we'll tell you how it is, how it.
A little bit of plot stuff.
I usually do
like-
plot.
Yeah.
So this movie,
Did he
right?
actually remember the plot?
They have build up. From the last movie, they had a final scene that showed this blue dude building pyramids. If you didn't know, it wasn't aliens. It wasn't Jewish people. It was mutants. It was apocalypse. So there you go. You better put that back. Oh. I thought you took it off. I thought your phone. So we have Apocalypse. The movie starts out with this crazy scene from the past. You've got Apocalypse and his other mutant buddies, and they're trying to transfer his consciousness over to a new body because that was pretty much like his original mutant power. He could keep living infinitely almost by becoming someone else.
Doesn't
But-
make no sense how that works.
When he did it, yeah, it didn't make sense because when he did it, he would keep all of his powers.
That's where Havoc's in. Monster Trucks.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
he was
but-
in that Taylor Swift music video.
Yeah.
You Belong With Me. That's
Yeah,
it? That's where you
that's
saw him? He was in
No,
other
we can't do
movies.
this. I'm trying to explain the plot.
Sorry.
So yeah, Apocalypse, Apocalypse is sitting there with his other mutants, and shit just starts getting real. For some reason, they staged a sting to kill him, and they broke some pillars, and they brought the pyramid down on top of him. He was inside of a pyramid, and they brought it down on top of him, and he got trapped. And that kind of sets the tone for the future coming in, and he's been locked up this whole time.
Yeah, it's important to note that the mutant who got changed bodies was pretty much like a Wolverine type, just healing factor.
Yeah, he has healing factor. I mean, he's got everything. He's got like telekinetic powers. He's got healing factor.
The ability
he's
to
got
make your powers stronger.
force field. Yeah, he can make your power stronger. He can teleport. Like, the dude's broken. He's in the comics. Apocalypse is supposed to be the answer to the X-Men. He has an answer for all of them. He can fight them. Because otherwise, it's kind of like if you look at spoiler, Thanos. Thanos is supposed to be the answer to the Avengers.
Yeah,
he has
absolutely.
something for all of them. But fast forward to. That's it. That's all I remember. I just remember the start of the movie.
He wants
starts-
to kill all
He
humans.
gathers up people when he
Yeah,
comes
so
back.
like Nightcrawler and Angel have a fight in a cage.
Yeah.
And he's like, you have to fight or they'll kill us both, kind of thing.
And J-Law comes and gets
And
Nightcrawler.
comes and saves Nightcrawler.
Yeah, Mystique. Mystique's still playing a really big role in this movie, trying to help.
This, so the original trilogy is the Wolverine trilogy, and this one is very much the Mystique trilogy.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, it is about her.
But so I didn't say this about Apocalypse either. Like, this whole movie's supposed to be kind of about him as well. He has the Four Horsemen, the Four Horsemen of Apocalypse, and so throughout the movie, he's trying to assemble the Four Horsemen, which ultimately end up becoming Archangel, Psylocke, who he gets from. Well, as we said, Archangel comes from a fight with Nightcrawler, which ultimately leaves him damaged, and then he heals him. He gets Psylocke from
Hanging out with Caliban.
Caliban, who we'll see in our next review. He's in Logan. He gets Storm from Cairo, right? She's just
She's
She
the
just happened
first
to
one
be where
Yeah,
he woke
yeah.
up.
and then the fourth one he gets is Magneto.
Because Magneto too strong.
And obviously Magneto is like,
No, it's also
don't know-
important to say, right before this, Magneto's family, his wife and
Right.
child,
Yep.
got brutally murdered.
Yeah, we'll
because
plug
he
that
saved,
hole.
He saved somebody with by using his powers.
Magneto
They
was
told on him.
he was hiding out in Poland and with a kid, and obviously she was also a mutant because of him.
Control
Animals.
She
Yeah.
can
She was
control
talking to a deer.
birds.
Well, no, because she was talking to a deer at the beginning of the movie.
Oh yeah,
She
you're
got
right.
behind.
Like her first scene. Yeah, she's a Disney princess.
I wonder if
That's
it's
her
canon if she
power.
lives. I want her to
I mean,
live
she
somehow.
was shot through the heart.
She was shot through the
Spoiler.
side.
Too late.
Well, she was shot through she was shot through the lung, the right lung, and it was kind of bad. They both died immediately.
Yeah, immediately.
got
That's
an
movies.
arrow through their chest, dead.
It's
Doesn't
either
matter.
that or like 4,000 bullet holes through their chest and just.
Right?
I'm gonna die.
Like one little thing. And
Blah.
it's death, and then-
Ah! So yeah, Magneto and them all join up, and pretty much you've got kind of the parallels of Charles's team and Apocalypse's team figuring out what all's going on, and obviously Mystique's still having her issues. She's trying to figure stuff out.
Well, she's just chilling with child.
Yeah. And the whole
They get all
movie
captured.
the whole movie is trying to find Eric, trying to find Magneto, and then it pretty much so the movie kind of peaks very quickly where they are all in Cairo. Well, I'd say I don't know, it's about 3/4 of the way through then maybe. When they're all there.
This movie's like almost 2.5 hours long.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like it.
No,
No.
it really
It
didn't.
actually flew by.
The pacing was very.
It was,
So-
yeah, well paced.
But there's a whole lot of build up. So as I've told you, Apocalypse assembles his team, Xavier and them. There's a lot of little things that happen in there, but the big points is they both have their teams. They wind up in Cairo because Apocalypse. Xavier communicates with Magneto, or Professor X communicates with Magneto, and Magneto's already with Apocalypse, and he's like, "Oh shit, this guy is strong." So they connect. And now Apocalypse knows that Charles is this super powerful mutant, and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna switch bodies with that guy." So
like,
that's the
"Get
new
out my
plan.
head, Charles."
So they teleport, grab Charles, teleport back to Cairo,
And the whole building blows up.
and that introduces
Havoc guys. Spoiler.
what happens is Havoc shoots a blast. Like Beast is talking about this awesome ship he's building, and Havoc shoots a blast to try to stop Apocalypse from stealing Charles. And he misses because they teleport away, and he hits the ship, and it blows up the entire house, killing everyone inside. Or doesn't. It doesn't
It
because
only kills one.
my favorite character shows up, Quicksilver, and they do. I think we explained it in Days of Future Past. They had that scene where he's in the kitchen. Yeah, and he's running around slow mo. They do the exact same thing, and he has a lot of humor to it. He's got a lot of personality, running around. You know, he's always grabbing people by the back of the head so they don't just like snap their neck as he runs away.
He throws a few of them.
But
Yeah.
yeah, he's just
He does
chunking
so
people.
awesome, yeah.
It's hilarious. Honestly, my favorite scene in the whole movie. I think that's where the movie starts having action.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was just all build up, and that's about
Like, the kids
50%
went
of
to
the
the
way.
mall with
Yeah.
Jubilee.
Yeah.
It's like a whole bunch of nonsense. Who gives a shit? Stuff happened, and then things started actually happening. in the
Yeah.
movie.
Then they got captured by Stryker.
Yep. Stryker shows up, and they're like, "Hey, it's the police. They're here to help us."
He wanted to be a bad guy.
And then,
Yeah.
And they release.
Weapon X.
Yeah, they get taken to a facility, accidentally release Weapon X, Wolverine, and the dude is pissed.
He kills like 60 people.
He kills more people than
runs
anyone
through.
else besides Apocalypse, because Apocalypse levels Cairo and
Yeah.
probably exterminates the entire
Like,
population.
Magneto killed like those 10 cops.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's true, but they killed his daughter, so
Mm-hmm.
spoiler.
We,
So yes, they okay. So it peaks. Let's go ahead and get to Cairo. It peaks. Everyone's there, and they're all fighting. And Charles is about to have his body switched over by Apocalypse, and Apocalypse is like, "Hey, you guys, just hold him off, because I'm about to just transfer into this Crypt body, and I'm gonna be
He
good."
Controls everything. At that
Yeah,
point.
and
He
he'll be able to
wins.
connect with everyone's mind, because he already told Charles, he's like, "You don't need Cerebro. You have your mind. Your mind's super powerful."
An amplifier, which
And-
is one of his abilities.
yeah.
And that's how Charles loses his hair.
Apocalypse steals
He
his
steals
hair.
his hair.
Try to switch bodies.
So
Trying to get Apocalypse
I mean,
out of his head.
that's why I guess they're all bald going
And
into
the
his
main-
succession.
The main fight scenes of the whole movie, like the big climax, is mainly inside Apocalypse's head.
Yeah. So they end up getting Charles. Obviously, they save him just in time. No, they don't save his hair, but
Can't
Um,
save his hair.
they teleport him.
Not canon.
Well, they put him all in the ship, and they're like, okay, well, we're gonna get away, and then
Yeah,
no,
it's time to bounce.
Archangel and Psylocke are like, fuck that, and so they come and they try to stop them, and they take the ship, turn it all the way down. They're like, Nightcrawler, just teleport us, all of us, and he luckily does it, but he teleports them right next to Apocalypse. He
Yeah,
teleports
man,
him
it
to the
takes all
building.
energy to do it.
Apocalypse is sitting right here, and he teleports him to the next apartment complex up.
Well, I mean, he had been in that building. He can only go where he can see or where
True.
he's been.
So Charles is up there, and they start fighting inside Apocalypse's mind, and it's a pretty cool fight. You know, Charles is whooping his ass, and then and Apocalypse is like, "Wait,
No.
you don't know how to fight. You're
Like,
just
get out of my head,
yeah, get out of my head, Charles.
And then he was kind of cool.
He
Kind
says
of
Get out of his head,
19
Charles!
times during this movie.
It's kind of cool because it kind of like makes him like big.
Yeah,
like, which is
his
what he's
ego
kinda
gets
like
buffer.
in the comic books. He's pretty
He's
fucking
huge in the comics. So yeah, and then that happens. They're fighting, and Magneto or Apocalypse realizes it, and he's like, "Oh, they're just right next door. I'm gonna go knock on the door." And he tears the building down and finds them. And Charles is like, "Buddy, you can't beat me because you're all by yourself. I got the strongest mutant." And Phoenix shows up, and everybody pretty much converges on Apocalypse, and she melts him. She just literally turns him into
Like
dust.
straight up, like out of X-Men: The Last Stand, exact same way.
Yeah, she like
Just rips him
Well,
Well,
apart.
hold on.
Phoenix
Who
is
was?
so OP.
What was it? Days of Future Past. She pretty much did the whole thing with the what's his name, the Indian guy. She pulled
Oh
him,
yeah.
just lasered his
Warpath?
face off. Yeah, Warpath. She pretty much Warpathed him. But yeah, and that's the movie. It all wraps up there.
Native
Um,
American.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. Sorry, we're not gonna get into that. We already got into that once, like a long time ago. But after that, they wrap everything up. They rebuild the house. We said the house blew up. It was the school where all the mutants
Yeah.
were taught. You know, Magneto and Jean Grey are rebuilding.
It's like all harmony. Then Magneto leaves again
Yeah.
to go betray them once more.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that.
He
To
will.
go build his
Don't
new
worry.
Brotherhood of Mutants.
Yeah, it's,
Well, this is a separate timeline, so technically he could not betray them in
this is just
timeline.
these timelines.
I'm waiting. Like, it's not gonna happen because the buyout's gonna happen before it gets anywhere.
Yeah,
But they could build this towards House of M,
I don't know
where
that.
where Scarlet Witch goes no more mutants and all the mutants are gone. And that's where New Mutants comes from because
Oh.
they're genetically engineered mutants.
Sure.
But Magneto lives or some shit.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He's the
And yeah, he's in charge of he's like the new Charles basically.
Yeah.
he's the new in your head.
He's no one you had. No,
Um,
he's got a way cooler outfit.
So, and to end this off, They had
We
a
haven't
post
hit all the notes.
credit scenes. I mean, you guys can touch back on some other things. I just wanted to get the big stuff.
Yeah.
The post credit scenes, it shows the guys walking through the facility where Wolverine has killed everyone, and they set down a briefcase or something that says SX Corp.
And they take
They
his
take a
his
vial of
DNA.
his
Yeah,
blood.
which will lead into.
That's how the New Mutants are created,
Yeah.
essentially, from his DNA. Isn't that how it's
No,
strained
no.
from? That's how X-23 is going to
Yeah.
be created.
Yeah.
That's X-23.
23, which Megan I don't think knows anything about that, which I think we should keep it that
Yeah.
way. So that's the plot. If you guys want to hit some smaller points
No,
that I
I
missed,
just meant like the notes off of his thing.
but yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was saying that's the plot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
what
it's
what,
the
what do
plot.
we want to go? Let's go into the villain.
Yeah.
Let's go to the villain.
Okay. So the problem with Apocalypse,
I think the problem with every villain.
the problem with Apocalypse
Yeah.
is that Thanos has happened for us.
For us, but he didn't before this.
Yeah, before this, and this movie didn't do.
Let's
well.
assume Thanos didn't
really
didn't
didn't.
happen.
It was not well received.
Let's assume Thanos didn't happen yet.
Okay.
Because Thanos is a badass bad
Thanos
guy.
wins.
Thanos is awesome.
Because Thanos is great, and he has actual motivation.
Okay, no Thanos. Who? Apocalypse.
The other purple guy.
Yeah.
Uh,
The other shade of purple.
yeah. I feel like he's just a generic conqueror.
Mm-hmm. He is.
Well, he is the original Conqueror.
But he is the
Kang.
original mutant. What?
Kang the Conqueror.
Oh.
He's before him.
So
We were talking before. We said we all liked the movie.
Yeah.
But Casey really liked Apocalypse.
I like villains. I
said
love villains.
I didn't like Apocalypse.
I like
Levi.
I don't like
I like
Lee-
Apocalypse's powers and stuff,
Yeah.
but he
Yeah.
was very.
I think
he
that's-
has no personality, and that's my problem.
I'm stuck on the idea of Apocalypse.
And he kind of got
honestly.
shafted. Like, I mean, he's like a fucking super fucking strong, and Jean's just like, boom.
I mean, let's be real. If he could have gotten Charles.
He won.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Let him get Charles.
He won, and he would do what with it though?
He just kill all the humans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they said Charles could do that in Cerebro if he
and
wanted
have
to.
everyone worship him.
Yeah.
It's like the most vanilla ass bad guy. Like
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like even if he would have achieved that, it just the problem is, can Thanos? We're going back to Thanos now. Can Thanos be stopped? Yes, right. He has to be. Can Apocalypse be stopped if he gets Charles? I don't think so.
you do it the way they did in the comics.
How?
Nightcrawler teleports him to his
Dimension?
his dimension, and then he's just stuck there.
I mean, sure.
So the way Nightcrawler's power works is he's got a pocket dimension,
Yeah.
where everything is a shorter distance.
Yep.
Right. So that's how his teleport works.
He
is
goes there and moves a
goes
little
there
bit.
and runs physically and goes to the next one. So
It's cool.
to beat Apocalypse at one point, they just put him in that dimension. So
let
every time Nightcrawler is running, and every time Nightcrawler uses his power, he has to run from Apocalypse.
Yep.
They need a whole movie just on that.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
why I really wish that they had stuck with the Origins movies. And
I
just
agree.
done a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if Magneto ends up betraying him again after, because the next movie's gonna follow events after this.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was about to go into that too. Like, I'm pretty sick of Magneto. I
Sick
like
of
him,
him?
but
I
I'm
like
sick
him.
Of,
I
I'm like,
honestly
every
I like the
movie, it's,
Poland.
Magneto,
I
you're
like-
being so bad. You could be good. And he's like, oh, you're right. And then the next movie, it's like, nah,
Back
Magneto.
to back.
Well, to be fair, it's like next movie, the humans killed his family again.
Yeah, it's true. The human, but going back to Apocalypse, why I think I like him so much is because he's the answer to the X-Men. He has the answer to beat them,
Yeah, just
but
their asses.
it's just they also have the answer to beat him,
Yeah.
which is Phoenix.
Yeah,
Phoenix.
You saw like Quicksilver was just running around whooping his ass.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he's
yeah.
Like, just trapped his leg and
he
broke
he
it.
realized how his
like,
movements were, and he just trapped his leg and
It's like
snapped
Dragon
it.
Ball.
So, what?
When they run around, and then
Yeah.
they have to learn, like, oh, you should spot them.
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
like
feel their energy.
Goku versus Piccolo and whatnot, or Mr. Popo, the training of Mr. Popo. But yes, I think I like the idea of him. I think that's where I'm stuck at. The idea of him having these four
I think,
like
I think the
that's
four
bad guys with him.
I think
bad
it's
guys
cool.
just what'd they do?
Oh, they were useless in this
Yeah.
movie.
Oh yeah.
Magneto's
Yeah, like-
the strongest one, but
What was he even doing?
who?
Magneto.
He was
Like,
just
he was
He
just
was
gathering
pulling
metal?
all the metal
cool
from the
shit,
world.
man.
Why?
Because it's cool.
Yes.
Destroy all the buildings in the world.
Apocalypse was like, hey, you three guys that kind of suck at fighting, go fight. Magneto, do some cool shit, man. Twirl up some shit when I change my body because I want to come out.
all of that on
I'll have these
Apocalypse.
two children and Olivia
Yeah.
Munn in a one-piece bathing suit go fight the X-Men.
Exactly.
And Magneto will make circles.
Yeah. But I mean, okay, let's look at it from here though. Out of all the bad guys we've seen throughout the X-Men movies, how does Apocalypse rate? I believe he does not rate the top because I think there's another guy we've mentioned just 100 times just now that rates above
that
him.
is a better.
Magneto.
He has
Yes.
better motivation.
Yeah. I mean, come on. He's got the greatest motivation.
He has motivation. Period.
It's the
Right.
Martin Luther. It's the Martin Luther King Jr. Malcolm X
yeah.
thing.
It's all. That's all. This is an allegory for.
That, it really is. That's all it came from. So I think it's great. Magneto's the best bad guy they've had, but I think Apocalypse comes close as far as grandiose.
And honestly, to tie this to the MCU, Magneto is a better bad guy than most of the MCU characters.
honestly,
MCU villains.
like his power
He
is
succeeds
so
a lot.
Because he wins and he's also right.
good. He's like Killmonger,
Yeah.
but doesn't win. So there's the villain. I mean, I don't know if you guys want to close any remarks on him.
Just, again, it's like
Yeah.
for being the 4 horsemen of apocalypse and being amplified by him.
Yeah. It didn't.
Beast, untrained Cyclops,
With no visor
Yeah.
to
Right.
focus the beam.
Yeah,
Mystique, who can only punch and
Turn into
kick.
other
Storm
people.
helped.
But they were fighting her at the start.
Well, what
and
I'm
they
saying is
whooped her
Storm.
ass.
Storm helped prevent him from teleporting,
Yeah.
so she helped defeat Apocalypse. Is what I'm saying.
I'm saying
she
that when they were
she
fighting the
changed
4
sides,
horsemen.
too.
Oh yeah.
When they were fighting the 4 horsemen.
Archangel,
All of the,
Oh, and then
they
and
all
then
lost to this
untrained
piss
force.
poor-
Yeah.
piss poor
a bunch
people.
of fucking idiots who just got their powers.
Yeah.
And then at the end, it's like, Psylocke's like, all right, cool, I'm out.
Yeah, she just leaves.
Peace.
And Storm's like, hey, I helped you guys, so I'm part of you now.
I'm good
She
now.
just leaves. So, yeah, that's it. What
Yeah.
are we going to jump on next?
A little bit of comedy. There's
Comedy.
Couple
Little
jokes.
bit.
It was there.
Couple
It was
actual
there.
jokes in there.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, that
when
part.
they showed up, that was really good. I think that was the funniest
Well,
part.
it's because Wolverine didn't get any lines, so somebody
Nope.
else got the F-bomb for the PG-13
Right.
rating.
Exactly. Wolverine. I mean, he was there, but was there anything funny regarding him?
He just
don't
killed a
think
bunch
so.
of
No.
people.
He just killed people.
He
and
didn't
then
even
they
have his
ripped that
signature-
crap off him.
No, he didn't do this.
Die.
Yeah, but he did
died.
the like.
Yeah,
almost
he
died.
had the
fucking
tear
Berserker
face.
barrage.
Yeah. To be honest with you, there wasn't a lot of comedy, but the ones that were there were nicely
They,
placed.
they were actual jokes.
There at the end where he said something to Eric. What did he say? And he smirked.
He said the same thing he always says to him. It's like, can I make? Is there any way I can make you stay? He's like, you can always make me stay because you get inside his head.
Because you're psychic.
Yeah.
And he just kind of gives a little
Smirk. I was like,
smirk
that's-
vibe.
that's-
I was like,
that's fine.
that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Not a lot of comedy, but it was enough.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Not a lot of frogs. Needed more frogs. We need more Toad.
Oh, dead.
Dude, we'll get into Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Or what we got? Something
Action was next, and
Action was relatively.
the fight
poor.
scene in this movie was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was one piece of action besides.
Like, yeah, like the
sparks,
Nightcrawler
like one
fight,
guy every now
which
and
was
then,
literally him just dragging him down the wall.
teleporting
Yeah.
over and over.
Action was extremely light in this movie until like 80% of the way through.
And that outside of like you said, First Class or not First Class.
Days?
What's it called?
Days?
Last Stand.
Oh, Last Stand?
Like there's not a lot, and Days of Future Past, I suppose. The series doesn't have a lot of fighting in it.
No.
Period. Like there aren't
That
the
shit's
big,
expensive.
the big set piece
Yeah.
action scenes.
Yeah.
Well, it's all the wires that they fucking use.
Which I will
All
say,
that
I don't
CG with
think
Apocalypse.
Yeah.
I don't think this movie necessarily needed the action because the whole movie was built up to that final fight,
Yeah.
which, in my opinion,
Could have went.
didn't meet the build.
Because all I really
Yeah.
did was
I agree.
break Quicksilver's leg, and he didn't really fuck anyone else up.
Yeah.
It wasn't. They should have had that a
He
little bit
stuck
better.
Cyclops in the wall, but didn't do the whole like
You're dead.
you're
part.
dead yeah, part of it.
Yeah. So what else? We got Easter eggs. Jump on
Yeah,
that?
give him some Easter eggs.
So
So Blob
was
at the
there.
fight.
Blob showed up. He got his ass whooped by Archangel or by Angel, I guess
Yeah.
it was.
'Cause it was still Angel.
Jubilee was there. I think that's a
Jubilee
nice
was
little
there.
Easter egg to
Jubilee was
X-Men.
also in some of the other movies though.
Yeah, but they had her outfit
They
from
had-
the '90s cartoon,
They actually, yeah.
or from
dressed
the
her.
comic books.
Yeah.
the old
in
comics.
the bright yellow jacket with the sunglasses.
I think
and
that
the-
was sick.
And fingerless gloves and that sort of thing.
Um,
It fit very well
I'm sure-
for this time frame.
I'm sure a lot of them kids at the school with
Yeah.
plenty of Easter eggs.
At one point, you see the kid with the blonde hair and the
Yeah, you
nose
got
ridge.
spike up.
No, it was a different.
Who?
He's got like white hair up front, and the rest of it's black, and then he has like a nose ridge. That was at the beginning of Apocalypse.
Who
Or
is
not
he?
Apocalypse, Days of Future Past.
Yeah?
I don't know what mutant he is, but he's the one who's like scavenging around at the beginning, and he like brushes off, and you see the X on the belt of somebody
Oh,
who's dead.
yeah.
And he's like at the end of the movie too when Logan comes back. But he was in like one scene. It's like, oh, cool.
The other Easter egg I was gonna say for outfits, like we said, Jubilee. At the end of the movie, everyone's wearing like their stereotypical
uncanny
character outfit.
X-Men
Wa-
outfits.
Nightcrawler has his red,
His
like
red V.
his red outfit. Scott Summers has his
Black
chest
his
strap.
chest
yellow.
strap. I don't
Storm
know.
has
Beast.
that, like-
Mystique's was like white down the front, which
Yeah,
is like her dress
yeah.
that she wears.
Yeah, Mystique has her
'Cause she
blue and
wears
white dress.
clothes in every other version but this.
Yeah, for some reason she just walks around naked in this one.
They also showed Fire Bro.
Pyro?
Yeah, because when the building was exploding
Yeah.
and he was throwing people out, you saw the hair like spike up, kind of like Pyro was
I
in
didn't
the
notice that.
X2. Was
Yeah.
it 2?
I didn't notice that. That's pretty cool.
Because it was like normal hair, and when he threw him out, it just went, and he was like, "Oh."
But yeah. Oh, well, I wouldn't say it's an Easter egg. I don't know what else. There wasn't a
Stan
whole
Lee
lot.
was there.
Stan Lee, of course.
Yeah,
He
Stan
was
Lee.
He
showing
was
up.
watching the nukes go
It
up.
was sad this time.
Yeah,
I mean-
very rare, sad
Yeah.
Stan Lee film.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, when nukes are launching and nobody's giving you any
Yeah.
indication of it, that's
Yeah, that's not a great
sucks. Yeah,
Uh,
that's pretty much the Easter eggs.
time. Yeah, pretty much.
Where are we at?
All that we really have left is
Universe building.
the universe building.
I think
There's plenty
it
of stuff
gets
that can go on.
complicated to me, but,
But they
it's
killed
set
one
up
of
a
the
lot of
best
stuff.
bad guys.
So you don't really
Yeah.
need to watch the other movies to get to this one. It's the one good thing about this. It's like, because, it's like, oh, it's Charles Xavier, and it's Magneto, and they say everyone's name the first time they're introduced over and over again. And it's like, okay, well, the X-Men are gonna go beat this other thing.
I
This
feel
is
like
pretty much like
The only thing that...
prequel to X1.
I feel like all these movies try to do that, where it's like you could watch it stand alone and
Yeah.
be okay, but
I feel like, yeah, the way that like the Avengers movies work is that no, you need to see a couple of these,
Yeah.
and that's what I want.
and that's what makes them different from these, and arguably better like movies than these.
Apparently, you can skip Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh yeah,
the
That
new
was
one?
the title of one of their Funhouse like movie podcast.
Jeez.
The new one?
Yeah,
Why?
I didn't watch it.
So Keaton spoiled for me when it happens, and it's before Infinity War.
It's before the events
Yeah.
of Halo 3.
Yeah, a few years before the events of Halo
Few
3.
years. Okay.
So then it's pretty much irrelevant.
So it's yeah,
but it might
but
be a
it
good
might
movie.
explain why he's not there
Yeah.
during that.
That's I was hoping so
I hope
hard
it happens.
that it would be.
In
Sorry,
time.
we're going into this. It would be
Yeah.
Ant-Man's happening, Infinity War happens, and he's like,
And just like everyone melts around
What?
somebody.
yeah,
Whether
spoiler.
it's him or Wasp kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Which this movie has come out at this point. None of us have seen it.
yeah. We're just speculating. Well, we were saying what we hope.
Yeah.
But okay, we on to
That's it.
On to rating it.
Oh,
Rating?
That's right.
Yep.
out of 12. Lee,
All right, you go ahead.
what is it? How does the 12 translate? Hold on.
A 10's
No translation.
Or not.
10's-
Out of 12.
What is a 10?
What? A 10?
10's an 8.
Okay,
That's 10
so
ones.
for me, I know no one will agree with me. I'm giving it a 10.5
Out of 12.
out of 12. Hold on, I'll give you the math on that. Y'all just,
Okay, that is the highest
be
we've
8.
rated any of these movies,
Yeah.
but only by half a point.
by half a point.
Yeah.
What was X2 was 10s, right? Or which one was 10s?
I would assume First Class since that's our number one, and that was back.
Oh,
when-
that's what I meant. Yeah.
yeah.
So that's an 8.75.
You know, when you translate it that way, that seems a lot more fair. That's why we do the 12
Right,
scale.
8.5.
12 scale's so mean. We're like 8, 9. But it's like that's like a 7. You're pretty low.
That's what I said the whole time.
I'm a 10.5. This was my favorite movie so far.
I'm gonna go 9.5.
I agree with that.
I'll give it a 10.
10.
Then
So this
That's
movie,
probably higher then.
no,
Let me say, I feel like I like the other movie better.
yeah,
no, I think this one's right below that other one.
I think this one's right below First Class. Yeah.
Very, very
Yeah.
close.
And the only reason Origins Wolverine is number 2 is because it's dumb and has action.
Yeah, I think this to me is better than that one because it's got more grandiose.
Yeah.
I think I
Like
gave it
characters.
either in the First Class either a 10 or a 10.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
So-
I
I
think I
think it
gave
was.
Future Past a 10 too.
Yeah.
Because I liked Future Past.
Oh,
I
Future
mean,
Past is not on this.
What?
On my
uh-oh.
list here.
Didn't update it?
Didn't update it, I guess.
Sorry, folks. So
You got
next
shit on it.
episode, what?
Yeah, shit on it compared to it.
Let's not talk about that movie.
Yeah.
It was just weird. But yeah, go back and get our
Yeah.
rating,
I like Days
Levi.
of Future Past
But I-
more than
yeah, I
this
think-
movie.
I mean, that's fair.
I think it is right there under First Class. I think it's
I just think it's like the idea of it's so good. Maybe the execution could have been a little better, but you know, this is Infinity War.
yeah,
pretty
it's,
much.
It's X-Men's Infinity War.
And I will say, good God, does it not come anywhere
No.
close to Infinity War?
Well, that's the thing too, is like because at the same they were hyping up Thanos and Apocalypse at the same time. Like
Yeah.
they were like hyping these characters like when it was coming, and then this one kind of fell on its face.
Yeah.
Well, the main thing that separates them
What
is
year was this released?
2016.
way more comedy, way more action than Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of those.
The comedy is
It's
just
the
on
timing.
point.
It works so well.
Thor, Star-Lord, Rocket.
And that's the thing is like
Characters are
the
good.
whole formula for it is for every one sad thing you have to have 2 laughs.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah.
It just works as a movie because of that.
This movie, it's just for every sad thing you might get like
You might get a chuckle.
0.1 chuckle. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at on this one.
Yeah, I think this is a solid number 2.
If Days of Future Past, I don't think
Yeah,
Days
I
of Future
don't
Past
remember
was
where
up
it
there,
was ranked, but yeah.
but yeah.
Let's see, we got what? 2 9.5s
All right, Lee's about to give us the math
and a 10.5.
and a 10, right? What'd you
Yeah,
give?
I
10.
just didn't save. That's what it is.
Cool. Well, my calculator didn't do that right.
Sorry, we're doing some
10
calculations here. Please
plus
bear with us. We got some technical
10.5
difficulties.
Plus
So next,
9.5.
we'll cover up.
plus
Next, we're gonna watch the
equals
final X-Men movie that's currently out.
Yep.
All of us have seen it except Megan.
9.875.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
below
that's-
the other one.
Yeah.
But yeah, Megan hasn't seen Logan.
And then we got to decide what we're gonna do next.
I've already got ideas. I think
Oh,
I've got my idea.
What was your idea?
we'll talk afterwards.
Independence Day.
We're not doing that. We can't. do
Paddington
it.
and Paddington 2.
Austin
I'll
Powers.
watch Paddington. I'll watch Austin Powers every day of
I
the
got
week.
all 3 on DVD
So-
later.
Thanks for watching, guys. Tune in next episode when we cover the final X-Men movie, and then we'll be on to new ventures. Who knows?
Who knows?
New
Bye.
Avengers.
You spoiled it.
We